Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In 2023, we covered a ton of light guns, and the main player that we saw a lot from last year was Gun for IR. But the Sinden is now in full production, so both of those are really great options. We also saw the introduction of a plug-and-play option, the Retro Shooter. So now you have three real viable options. The Retro Shooter for plug-and-play, you've got the Sinden, which is a really viable option too, and then you have Gun for IR. They all have their pluses and minuses. My personal favorite is still Gun for IR just because of its sheer accuracy. But what if I told you another new light gun company is about to come out here in 2024? I've been sitting on this information for a little while now. The company is called Blamcon, and the guys behind it are a team of actual movie prop developers for Hollywood. So they're all from Canada, I believe, but they create movie props. So some of the stuff that they create is absolutely insane. And they come at this with a little different approach. So they're gonna offer all of their 3D models as open source, basically. They'll provide the designs, and then you can print them yourself at home. And they'll even show you what materials to use to get the best printing ability out of it. So the guns themselves is going to be what they really pride themselves on, but I thought, well, okay, cool. They're going to look maybe cooler than some of the offerings from Sinden or Gun for IR, but they're taking it a step further by developing their own hardware and their own software. So their hardware design is going to be a chip that you can buy. You can buy it as a DIY, right? If you want to build the gun yourself, you can 3D print it, you can get their PCB, and you can just be off and running, and they'll provide the software for it too. But also, they're planning on having ready-made guns, so ones that are based on their designs. And damn, they have some really cool designs. They've got Judge Dredd, they've got RoboCop, they have like almost your I think it was the Sega Master System. They have things like the NES Zapper, but there's a bunch of them, and they've got some really interesting and awesome designs too. So they will have them available for you to buy basically off the shelf, and here you go. Now, how's the technology compared to something like Gun for IR? Well, in their early stage demos, they're saying that the response time is something like less than 10 milliseconds. So that's actually really good. So it's pretty low latency from what we can tell. And they think it might be better than that when it gets to the production stages. So you're probably going to ask, well, when is this going to be available? They're saying they don't know yet. But my guess is it's going to be sometime in 2024, since about 3 or 4 months ago when I found out about this project is when they started doing some active beta testing. So they are actually beta testing this with certain individuals. And what makes this even cooler is that if you remember Integrum Retro, we did the Extreme Gaming Cabinets video. That cabinet is awesome. It's a great shooter cabinet, and it has Integrum Retro's gun drive in it, right? So Integrum Retro is working with them right now, and he's going to make his basically his light gun drive plug and play with the Blamcon. So there's going to be a bunch of different things that'll happen as this thing develops, but it's really cool to know there's another company out there. They're focused on the design of the guns being like amazing, right? With many designs that you can choose from. They're also custom making the PCB and the software to make it as simple as possible. You can do it DIY, like I said before, or you can just order it from them directly. And they're gonna have two versions of the PCB. They're gonna have a solderless version, and then one you have to solder. And then the other thing too is I think embedded in that chip is a Raspberry Pi Pico. I can't remember. It's a specific model of the Pico that has both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So they'll be able to do over-the-air updates to the actual PCB itself. So some really cool possibilities here. But keep in mind, this is still early stages, so I don't want you guys to get crazy. When do you order it? How do you order it? There's none of that information exists really yet. But what I will do in the link in the description, I'll have all the information of all the videos that exist to date that team has put together. And they've got a crazy team. They have this team of guys that just sounds like it's a bunch of movie prop guys who just got together and said, hey, we can do something really cool. We know how to make amazing looking guns. The other thing too is, I believe Chris, who's kind of the main guy behind it, he also is a gun enthusiast as well. So he really makes sure that the guns are very accurate. They feel good, not only to an adult, but to a kid. If you're, because a lot of times we're playing these things with our kids. So he's really concerned about the ergonomics of it being accurate and making sure the grip of the gun feels really, really good. So I'm excited for this. I don't know where this is going to go, But it seems like they're really motivated to do this, and what a cool background to have guys that have worked in movie props creating these very accurate reproductions. And so far, all the demos I've seen, it looks pretty awesome. So I will keep you up to date. You know I'm all about the light gun, so as soon as there's more information, I'll let you know. But what a cool way to kick off 2024 than with a new light gun offering. If you guys enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, put your comments below. What do you think about this? There's gonna be a bunch of other links in the description for you to check out. And that's it for now, guys. We will see you on the next one.